Alyona Synenko is the regional spokesperson for Africa as the International Committee of the Red Cross. So, Alyona, how much will the ceasefire help your work in Sudan, and what is your organization doing to support?
Well, we are hoping that the ceasefire materializes and that it brings concrete change for the people, for Sudanese civilians who have been enduring horrific suffering in over a week now. For us, we are preparing emergency response and looking at any possible ways to reach hospitals, to be able to help them restore power and water lines and bring urgent supplies. But until now, the fighting was intense. So we, of course, are watching very clearly step up our support as soon as the security situation allows it.
So, Alyona, are you yourself in a safe location? How safe do humanitarian workers feel at the minute?
The situation in Sudan was very unsafe for civilians, for humanitarian workers in over a week. We were forced to relocate our team from Khartoum to another location, to a safer space outside the capital, from where they continued to work because the fighting and the shelling was so relentless. We had bullets and shrapnel entering our offices. So right now we are monitoring situation very closely, ready to step in and to bring humanitarian assistance as soon as the situation will allow.
And Alyona, how much access have you had to the affected areas? And we know that it is very difficult to bring people out of the country at this point.
It has been extremely difficult, and what we were seeing more and more, that Sudanese civilians, when they run out of food, run out of water, they have to make these desperate decisions. They leave their homes and try to flee to safer places while the fighting is still ongoing. And this is why the toll of civilian casualties has been constantly rising. So these numbers are horrific when we look at hundreds of people now who lost their lives. So we hope that the ceasefire holds, that it provides a meaningful truce, because it can make a tremendous difference for civilian population, for humanitarian workers, for medical workers, to be able to care for the wounded, to collect the dead bodies, for us to be able to reach hospitals.
And Alyona, what do we know about the people fleeing to Sudan's neighboring countries?
The situation is dramatic. First, if you look at the region, for many years, Sudan used to be the country that was on the receiving end of refugees, because the countries bordering it, they were facing their own violence and instability. Sudan is hosting over 1 million refugee population, is one of the largest refugee populations on African continent. And now people have to run again. And we've heard horrific accounts of people amassing on the border with Chad, with South Sudan. And those countries, they're facing many challenges of their own. And it's just very difficult to imagine the mid and long terms and regional implications of this crisis.
Thank you very much, Alyona Synenko. Please take care.